up, fam? It's your girl Q back at Let's Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel tonight. So today I am here with a video on how to style a puff on natural 4C hair. And I do have real 4C hair, y'all. I'm only saying that because a lot of people say they have these videos about 4C hair. And honey, their hair, it doesn't always be 4C. I'll just put it that way, okay? I'm also going to do a product review on the Mielle product hairline. It's the, matter of fact, let me go ahead and show it to you. It's the Oats and Honey Soothing. So they have like a shampoo, which I've already shampooed my hair with this. They have a conditioner. I've already conditioned my hair as well. And I did like a mask, or excuse me, like a protein treatment on my hair. They also have like this soothing hair balm. So this is pretty nice as well. And then they have this soothing stick that you can use. Now, they also have leave-in conditioner. All right, so let me tell you what's special about this particular, not just Mielle or Mielle, however you may want to pronounce it. First, let me say it is a Black-owned business. Please support Black-owned, okay? And then what's special about this particular line is that it's for sensitive scalp. And it's also like designed to target like itchy scalp. So like my scalp itches a lot. It's not like dandruff, but it does itch like as it's growing. Like I always say that I can feel it growing because it'll start to itch a lot. But really that just goes to show that I have really dry hair as well, right? Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I am about to introduce y'all to what I call the truth, okay? Now, I call my hair the truth because back in my relaxer days, people used to rant and rave about how pretty my hair was. Oh, it's so thick, it's so that. And I miss it sometimes, I ain't gonna lie. I miss having a bob. I miss having like my hair cut in layers and feathered and all of that good stuff. But honey, I had to let the creamy crack go, okay, and go natural. So as of now, this is like, I'm going into my 6th year of going natural, or being natural, I should say. So anyway, yeah, so when I went natural, honey, the truth was revealed, and I'm going to show y'all the truth right now, okay? Don't be scared. Ooh. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. You know what I call it? I call it the truth, and also show enough. If y'all remember, back in the day, I'm about to tell my age a little bit, but it was a movie out called The Last Dragon, honey. And the man, he had a big old afro, like a blown out afro. And he called himself Show Enough. He was a karate master. So he would always say, who's the master? And his people say, Show Enough. Anyway, if y'all remember that, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Who is your favorite character in that movie? Of course, I love Show Enough, but I also love Bruce Leroy, who's like the star. And don't forget, y'all, Vanity starred in that movie too. Sure did. So shout out, rest in peace to Vanity. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this hair. Okay, so now here we go. This is the truth. This is 4C hair, y'all, okay? It's coarse. And thickness doesn't mean like that's your hair type. It's more of what it looks like the coils, very tight coils, like almost you can't really see that I have a curl pattern, right? So, show enough 4C. So first thing I'm gonna do is start with an oil and water mixture, which is usually I put tea tree oil, maybe sometimes some olive oil, and then also some Jamaican black castor oil, right? So the tea tree oil helps for itching because like I said, you know, my scalp itches a lot. So it feels really good right now. It really does after shampooing and conditioning with that line, that Oats and Honey. So anyway, so we'll just spray the scalp a little bit and try to rub it in. Another thing that lets you know if you have 4C hair or not, or to tell what type of texture you have, you want to check for like your hair's porosity, right? Porosity. Y'all can look it up. It's just basically how well water your hair soaks in and absorbs water. This hair right here, chat, it's really hard for my hair to absorb water. Right now it's still damp from being shampooed and everything, so it's doing okay. But usually, like, as I try to moisturize my scalp, every other day or so. I could just go in and I'll spray my scalp or something like that, and y'all, literally the water would just roll right on down my face. Like it won't absorb, right? So, but I thank God for this hair. Okay, this is the kind of hair that Jesus had. If you read your Bible, you know that Jesus had hair like wool, baby. This will be it. Okay. So anyway. So I'm just going to do a little bit because, like I said, it's already damp. But I do want to try to hit the scalp because I got that tea tree oil in here that I'm going to need. And I don't know about you, but like for me, the crown of my head is always like, I don't want to say my weak spot, but whenever I would have breakage or damage, it would occur right there in that part. But it is like the driest part. I don't know why, but it's so dry in the crown of my head. So I try to maintain a focus on that. All right. Boom. So that's... First things first, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my, this is what I use for detangling. It's by Aunt Jackie's, and it's called Not On My Watch. Y'all, this is the truth. If you have 4C hair, true 4C hair, and you know how it is trying to detangle it, right? It's not easy. You spend more time detangling than you do styling, right? So if you have true 4C hair, and I recommend it for any hair type, but in particular 4C, go ahead and get you some of this, y'all, because this stuff, it really is the truth. And all it takes is like a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see how much I put in there. Let me show you. See? That's all I'm going to put in there, right? And then I just take it and just put it like on the ends. Because when we're detangling and conditioning our hair, y'all, it was really the ends that we're looking for to kind of get saturated with whatever product you're using, right? Because the ends are the oldest part of your hair. So when moisturizing it, or when conditioning it, you want to condition that oldest part. And then with detangling it, you want to get it on those ends because that's usually where it's all twisted all up and, tangled up. So this Aunt Jackie's, it starts to make your hair so soft, like immediately, guys, immediately. I kid you not. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but just like, I'm just trying to like rub it in like that with my hands a little bit. And then, there's other methods to kind of like get it in there. You do like the praying hand method. But for me, I got to get in there a little bit all over the head a little bit at a time to make sure it really, really absorbs because it's so low in porosity. Right? So now I already know and feel that when I come through this stuff, it's going to be good. Okay, it's going to be easy. Now, just to show you a little bit of hair that came out, right? A little bit of shedding or whatever. Your hair has to shed, okay? From my understanding, and this is old research, I haven't looked up anything new because how data changes so much, but your hair is supposed to shed at least 60 to 100 strands a day. So this is nothing. I'm not concerned about this. This is normal, right? Typical. All right. So now we got Aunt Jackie's out the way. And then now what I want to do is go ahead and lock in my moisture. So I am using like the LCO method or the LOC, which is the L is for liquid. That was my water and oil. And then the O is for oil. So I put them both in together. And then C is like for a cream, right? Well, we can consider the Aunt Jackie's a cream, but I kind of don't really count that because that's like a necessity. You have to have that. But what I'm going to use to lock in my moisture is this here. All right. 100% pure African shea butter. And it's the creamy kind, so it's like really soft. Right? It's not all hard and mushy like some shea butter is, like if you get it from a beauty supply store. And again, you don't need a lot, or it just depends on your hair. I usually like just get it all over my hands like this. And again, come through and I'm just dabbing it, right? Make sure I get my edges and then those ends. And then again, pull that right on out. Pulling it from root to end, right? So this is locking in the moisture because, like I said, your girl hair gets dry so dry, and I know we're coming up out of winter right now, going into spring, so those winter months are extra dry for me. Okay, there we go. So we got our shea moisture in there, our shea butter in there. So here we go. See that? Don't worry about how it might look like it's grayish looking or dusty looking. That's just product, right? And that's why we're only using a little bit of everything, because we don't want to have a lot of product built up. So if you don't know, I just did another big chop back in like September, I think, because long story, I went to a natural hair salon, okay, where they specialize in healthy hair, and I got a silk press, and honey, the boy put a chemical in my head. Lazy joker, talking about how he didn't like doing natural hair. Well, why are you working in the natural hair salon, sir? And then he snuck and put a keratin treatment in my hair. I know that's what he did, because my hair was bone straight, y'all, like a relaxer. When I went to wash it off, I didn't even keep it straightened for like more than a week. I went to wash it out, honey, that hair was limp and dead. So I had to cut it literally 2 inches every month, just to kind of like avoid doing a full big chop and going bald or whatever. But my hair had grown all the way down my back to my butt. That's why I was upset. 5 years of growing that hair out natural, and one person destroys it. Anyway, that's another story. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our products here by Mielle. Shout out to Mielle. Mielle, or Mielle, however you want to pronounce it. I'm going to go ahead and start with their Soothing Leave-In Conditioner. It's actually like a cream as well. I just want to show y'all how it looks. See how it squirts out? There we go. So, I'm not going to use a lot. I don't like using a lot of product, because it sit there and then it start itching on my head. Ooh, child, I can't take it, right? So I'm gonna use a little bit more, because that wasn't enough. So about the same amount. And that's probably like the size of a quarter, maybe. All right, so I got like the middle. Let me make sure I get the outside, and really focus on the crown and then the edges. All right, and your girl got edges, y'all. Look at that. Proud of them. They almost look, I've been wearing braids and crochets and stuff so much, like I had to give my hair a break before I didn't have no edges. Be out here like Marvin Sapp with the edges. Never would have made it. Okay. All right, so next, that's the leave-in conditioner. Now I want to try this Soothing Hair Balm. I don't know, but it comes out kind of like this. Just a little bit is all I'm going to use, because it's a little liquidy. More, it's more liquid than cream, but we'll try it. I already feel like I'm putting too much product in, y'all, honestly. But I hope that this lasts at least through the weekend. Today is actually Thursday, so hopefully I get this video up for y'all tonight. I haven't been posting too much here lately, so I just wanted to really check in with y'all. Let me go ahead and say thank you to all of my blessed ones who sent their condolences and prayers out for me and my family as we mourn a beloved loved one whom I love so dearly. So honestly, you know, because of that, it was like maybe about 3 weeks ago now, almost a month, and you know, my energy has just been low. And y'all know I ain't never trying to really come on here and not bring the energy, right? Anyway, so that's that. Now this little stick, I've tried this already. Like literally, like when my scalp starts to itch or whatever, I just part my hair, and then take the stick, and this is what it looks like. And rub it on there. So I'm not going to do that right now, because I don't think I really need it. I'm going to wait until, like I say, I'm feeling a little itchy. Then I'll do that. All right. And so, y'all, now I know a lot of people, it was a big thing a couple years ago about, oh, we're going to quit using Eco Styler. I think they were racist or something. Something came up about saying that they were racist. Allegedly. I don't know. All I know is, honey, it works for me. Okay. So until I can see or hear that they said something derogatory about black people who buying their products, they better learn a lesson from Tommy Hilfiger with that, okay? Because remember back in the 90s, he got in a bunch of trouble behind that, allegedly. So anyway, I'm using this. It's the Super Olive 10 times moisturizing. And as you can see, I've been using it a lot. This is amazing. It really is amazing, y'all. It holds your hair down. You don't have to use a lot. It has a, the smell of it is, look, here, smell it. You smell that? I know, right? It almost smells like a deodorant or something. But the good thing about it is when it gets in your hair, it doesn't smell. So, whew, thank God for that. All right. So, other items that you will need to put your hair in a puff. You're going to need some type of detangling comb. I use this one. I've tried all the other ones that everybody uses or whatever, honey. But this, the truth don't play that. The truth needs something else. So, this is what I use to detangle. Then I have me a hard bristle brush. This brush has been in the family forever, okay? I ain't never getting rid of it. And then I have a soft bristle brush for the end, just making sure that my edges are laid pretty well. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into detangling this hair. I don't try to part nothing and do nothing all pretty and whatever. I will take it and do it in sections though, okay? So you can see I'm just doing a little finger part to get this hair, get me a little piece of it in my hand. And when you're detangling your hair, y'all, you always want to start at the ends, okay? Let me just get you a little close-up view. This is how you want to do it, and then you work your way up. Because if you start at the root where it's super duper tangled or whatever, and you try to pull it all the way through the shaft of the hair, it ain't gonna work, okay? It's going to pull your hair out. So that's why you start at the ends and work your way up like that. Okay. And so I'm probably going to speed this part up because y'all already know what this is like. And ain't nobody got time to be watching all that, okay? But I do want you to see, look how easy it's coming through. I should have showed you how hard it is before I put that good Aunt Jackie's on there. But I just want you to see that Aunt Jackie's give your girl, look at that. Ooh, Jesus, listen, okay? All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and get this done and speed this part up for y'all until we get into actual styling, all right? Okay, so we're detangled. Oh, and just to show you too how much hair loss I had, here we go. Okay, so to me, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Being that, you know, I just got through washing it and detangling it and all of that. So that's not bad. It's very typical, very normal. All right, so now the fun part. So I am going to start by just going ahead and putting this around my neck, right? Now another way too is like one of those headbands, like I usually like to cut them too, right? So here's one that's been cut. And this is, I'll usually do it this way if I want to have more control over the tightness of my puff or how big I want it to be or how small I want it to be. All right, so now let's go ahead and get started with our gel. So I'm just going to take, like, I just take little bits like this, right? And I just get started moving it on the edges. So give you a close up. See? Not a whole lot because I just shampooed my hair. Here is the fun part. This is how I do it. So I take the band. See how I place it back there, like at the very bottom. And I get it around my forehead. Because you want to keep all the strands out because we're about to pull this sucker up. And you don't want to pull your hair. And then I twist it like a crisscross like that. right? Now at this point, you want to get it as tight as you can and stand it. Because it's tight because your head going to be bigger than, you know, your head is wider than what you're trying to do. So it's feel a little tight. That's what you want. So then from there, go ahead and slide that band up. See how it's pulling the hair up too? Y'all see that? Y'all probably can't even see because of the dirt hair laying down on it. Okay? And don't worry about that product. That'll dry. All right, so I like to get all of that, the back and the sides up, and then with the front, I'll just take it and pull each side. Booyah! Look at that puff! So like I was saying, the tighter it goes, the smaller, the smaller the puff is, or the looser it is, the bigger the puff. I'm going for not so tight right now, because I want to sleep tonight. I don't want it to be too tight. So, there we go. Then I just go around, make sure that all my hair is pulled through it. Okay? So there's our puff. She puffin', she ready, okay. So now, what I like to do is get some more gel. And I'm gonna come back at these edges. Like my, y'all can see the waves a little bit popping. Yeah. They popping a little bit, they popping. Now I'm gonna take my soft bristle brush and y'all, we done. That's it. Puff, boom. And to top it all off, I take some of this here, just some oil sheen. I put this on top because, like I said, I want to preserve my moisture. So, all right, y'all. And so there we have it. That is that good puff for you, all right? So thank y'all again so much for watching. I hope you learned something. If not, if you know a lot of this stuff, let's just talk about it. Drop it in the comments. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. If you have not subscribed, I do want to say thank you for stopping by. And go ahead and subscribe as well so you don't miss anything. And share the video out. Help your girl out, y'all. Don't y'all want my channel to grow? I mean, I do. Anyway, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. Again, thank you so much for being the best part of Blessed to be a Blessing. My blessed ones, I love you. My future blessed ones, I love you too. All right, y'all have a good night. Thank you.